My decision to come to a natural dentist actually started several years ago when I made the decision to get my amalgam fillings out. And as I was doing that research, looking for a natural dentist, I stumbled upon some information about just how bad root canals were. So clearly I had been to many dentists over my lifetime, and no one had ever mentioned this little tidbit of information until I started to do my own research. So as I started to read more about the side effects of having amalgam in my mouth for so many years, there was a laundry list of symptoms that sounded oddly familiar to some of the things that I've been experiencing for over 10 or 15 years. So my main goal that I was looking for was to feel better, not feel so tired and exhausted any longer. But the main, icing on the cake was actually having some thyroid problems that I ended up having a couple years ago. So that was one of the things that I was hoping that, my final outcome of getting the fillings and my root canals fixed would take care of. The absolute biggest difference between going to a regular dentist and coming to a natural dentist was the way that I was treated as a whole patient. I wasn't just a set of teeth or coming in to get a cleaning or a filling. They really cared about my whole health and me as a person. And so the assessment to the treatment was really all about my health and all of the things that made up who I am, and not just, my x-rays on a screen that they wanted to take care of. There were a couple things that I was absolutely not expecting, that I had never been oriented to. I think the thing that surprised me the most, that most fascinated me, was the muscle testing. So we all have, gut feelings or hunches that, taking care of a problem might have a positive effect, but having Dr. Behm actually do the muscle testing to really figure out, what the priorities were in my body, what my body was telling him, what materials he could put in my teeth as fillings that would work best with me and my chemistry. The fact that he took the time to make sure that everything he did actually had a positive reaction to me was mind-boggling. It was a great experience. The results I experienced were not anything that I would have probably expected. Even though after I had 2 extractions to get rid of my root canals and 3 fillings removed all on the same day, I was expecting to be very uncomfortable, like any normal procedure recovery from a major oral surgery. But even that night I went for a walk, and I have to say, immediately I felt like I had more energy. Just having that out of my mouth, I felt better the very next day. It felt like a cloud had lifted, and all of a sudden, life seemed a little bit more clear. And until that moment, I did not realize how long I had been living with all of the side effects of amalgam and root canals. It was a joyous experience the next few days as I recovered to just feel that much better.